Hi, today's video is I put together this makeup look and I'm taking you through it in real time with no cuts. There'll be a quick cut after this intro, but other than that, there's no cuts in the upcoming sort of tutorial, I guess if you want to call it, of how I do my makeup just for every day. I'm Audrey. I'm 57 years old. I live in Northern Ontario, Canada. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. All right, so the first thing I do is my brows. I always wipe them off just to keep just make sure there's no skincare in there. I'm using right now the Prime Promedics Prime Brow Pencil, which I'm in love with. So I use this along with the NYX Lift and Snatch pen to create my brows. So again, we're going to do all of this makeup uncut so you can see how long it takes me. Now, I use this mirror because I wear glasses and I can't see up close without them. I think I need to adjust this light though. Hang on a second. There. That light gets turned a little bit. I have two lights, one here and here. Sometimes they get turned around for whatever reason. So I'm just drawing in the shape first. And you guys are in my phone, which is suction cupped onto this mirror that I have. So I look kind of from a distance. I always like to look from far away. And that's because, you know, a lot of people, like I see a lot of creators on the, you know, on the Clock app and other places where they're like, oh, close up, my makeup looks terrible, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, you shouldn't be that close to me. I don't want strangers that close to my face, seeing that my makeup is kind of off. I like to see what it looks like from far, like, you know, from a reasonable distance away that you would think people would be looking at you from, right? That's kind of how I do it. So anyway, I'm just filling in the shape that I created. That's one brow. And then they're sisters, not twins. So I try to always anchor my pinky somewhere so that my fingers have an anchor. They're not going kind of all over the place. And then I just keep checking what it looks like from far away just to make sure they look even-ish, as even as they can. See, to me, they don't look even at all. Like this one looks all weird, so we'll have to fix that. So we'll just need to draw some in right here and round that out. This one's a bit higher always, but I think it's just because of the shape of my face. Like nobody's face is symmetrical, right? Well, I shouldn't say that. That's not necessarily true. Maybe there are people whose faces are symmetrical. Mine is not. Mine is, my face shape is this side kind of comes in this way and this side is more round. And I notice it a lot when I'm doing my lips too. So I'm just gonna try to bring this down just a little bit, just to make it look a bit more even. And then I use the spoolie and I just kind of fluff up the hair. I don't have very much brow hair, but I do fluff up what's there. And then I go in with the Lift and Snatch pen, and this gives me a little bit, it leaks, so you have to be careful. It gives me a little bit of a few darker strokes just to kind of, I don't know, dimension. They look a little bit more natural when there's a little bit of different color in there. Just have to be careful. Like that one's kind of intense, but I'm just going very lightly through. I'm just doing that. Even it up a little bit. Again, looking from far away. People should not be that close. Okay, that's my brows. The next thing I do is this is the Rare Beauty, it's like a color corrector eye brightener. And I use this because you can see that my eyelids, these are the natural color of my eyelids. They have a lot of pigment. So I just go in a little bit here and then a little bit here. And I use my fingers and I spread that out just to sort of neutralize the color. And then I go under the eye and into the corners up here, because this is another spot right in here that gets very thin. The skin is very thin there, so you can always see. And as we age, the color of our veins starts to be more, our skin obviously gets thinner, and then the color of our veins tends to show through more. So I'm just trying to even out the tone just like that, just a little bit, just around my eyes. Because today is just like a casual day. I'm going, I have to go out. I'm going out for dinner later. So I'm going to, you know, I'll sort of zhuzh up my makeup later. But in the meantime, I'm going to use my L'Oreal Lumi Glotion for glow. And then this is the True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. So I just go in with a little bit of this. What I try to do, some ways that I save time is while I'm doing my hair, I will, go through, because my makeup is all like right here and over here, and I will go through and pull out the stuff that I'm going to use for that day while I'm drying my hair, because I use a diffuser for my hair, so I don't need to be, you know, in it with a brush all the time or anything like that. So, and then it's just, that saves time too. And sometimes even if you have the time and the forethought of prepping for the night before what you want to wear for makeup, that even will save time as well. Now, I have a lot of makeup, so I have a lot of options and a lot of choices. Not everybody does, and that's, you know, obviously that's fine. But if you, you know, if you don't have a lot of choices, it's even easier, because then you don't even have to think about it. You just use what you have. I bought, this is the you know, the dropper that goes into this stuff, how brutal it is. So I bought these things on Amazon, and it is the best investment I ever made. I just dab put on my ring finger. This is just a habit. Dab it all around. I've seen people do where they prime the brush, where they get all of the product into the brush and then use the brush. I tried that. It was okay. It's just not the thing that I like to do. So I got something I gotta get rid of here. So that's my base. I mean, this is just this, like, I'm not a complicated makeup person. I'm not a makeup artist by any stretch. I'm an enthusiast, but this is how I have found that I like to do my base. So there, that's done. I don't do concealer until after I'm done my blush and bronzer, just because you never know, right? You might not need it, or you might need it to cover up some stuff. So for bronzer, I'm using my this Chanel bronzer, because I'm trying to hit pan. I've had it for a while. It's a very pricey product, but I will say that I use it every day. I have been using it every day for probably at least a month. Well, not every day that I do makeup, for at least a month. And I'm not even like close to coming near where I might hit pan. And bronzer is just, so I've seen a lot of like people say, oh, make sure you get it up into your hairline so it doesn't look, you know. The thing about bronzer to me, first of all, I have gray hair, so I can't put it into my hairline because my hair will be brown, right? But my tan, I don't get a tan in my hairline either. The sun hits me here and here and on the tops of my cheeks. It doesn't get into my hairline. My hair is driving me crazy, can you tell? It doesn't get into my hairline. So, and I'll just sometimes just sweep a little bit of that bronzer right across my eyelids. There, that's bronzer. And this is the speed that I go at when I do my makeup. If I'm going to work, or, you know, just for an everyday thing. If I'm taking my time and it takes a little bit more time. But honestly, this is how I like to do my makeup. I always clean my brushes after I'm done with them on a towel, or I have this thing from Sigma that they sent me. It's like Sigma Switch, so you can just rub out the product, and then your brushes are ready to use again. For blush, I really like, I'm not a big heavy blush person, so I like something light, and I've been using this. This is from Bodyography. This is their cassette color, and this is the shade. So I'll get my glasses so we can see. This is the shade Soul, and I really like this shade. It's a very soft pink. And so I just put a few dots. Where's my brush? Right here. And then I just tap it. I'm just tapping and blending, and then I make making the circle a little bit bigger. And just bringing that at the top, like not so much down here because the bronzer's right here, but I'm just kind of taking it more at the top, just like that. And so it's light, so you don't see a ton, but I can always go back in. So this is what I like. Some of the new liquid or even existing liquid blushes are so pigmented that you can't really, it's just hard to control the amount that you get. You know, even if you just use a little bit, you can't blend it out. So it's so frustrating. But what I do, and that's why I like this one, first of all, because it's really light. Now I want to go back in because I want a little bit more. I'll just do a couple more dots. And remember, whatever side you start on, remember that there's product being picked up in that brush too, right? So when you go to the other side, you're already going to have a little bit of product in the brush. So just keep that in mind. And then I'll take a little bit across my nose, not much. But for me, sort of for every day, like just that's good enough. Like that's all I really want. It's just that little bit of flush to the cheeks. Now, next, I move into the eye. What I've been doing lately, I have these eye wands. This is from Laura Mercier. This is in the shade Cafe Noir. These are amazing. So what I've been doing, and again, I have to use my mirror. So I just go and so I kind of have my eyes open and I'm just going right up here, just above my crease. And I'm just going like this. And I'm putting a little bit of, these eye wands are great because you have lots of playtime. They don't like dry down right away. So I do that. And I take a big fluffy brush like this one. And then I just blend it. So I'm just blending that out. And I'm feeling more for my bone, the orbital bone there rather than on the lid, just because my opinion, I feel like if I keep the pigment and the shade a little bit higher up and out, it makes my eye look a little bit more open. But again, just me and how I do it. If you like a different way, then you do it, whatever works best for you. But this is how I like to do it. And this, like I said, this just blends out just like that. There we go. Honestly, that's it. That's all I do. Just make sure. I kind of like to look up close a little bit for myself just to make sure it's even, which I feel like it is. So I do that. And then next I have an eyeliner. This is also from Prime Cosmetics. This is their Prime Glide eyeliner. Prime Cosmetics is a company that makes products for the older woman or the older person to use. The product is very creamy but long wearing. It doesn't tug on the skin. I'm very impressed. I did some work for them, so they sent me all the pencils, so I'm keeping them and I'm using. This is in the shade, what shade is this? I want to say Mocha. Let me double check. I don't want to give you the wrong thing. Shade Mocha, yeah. So I'm going to list everything in the caption, so you and I can link it all too. So it's just like this brown. So what I do with this now is I just go into my lashes underneath. I'm not really covering the whole waterline. I'm just going into the lashes. And this is like, I use brown for a couple reasons. One, I have blue eyes. So blue eyes tend to be accentuated a bit more when you use a brown versus even like black will do it too, but black can look a little bit harsh just for every day. So I use brown for every day. And then after that, so what I'm doing is I'm not going all the way down to the corner here. I'm starting right about there, because if I start at the very bottom, then your eye tends to turn down, right? So with the way the shape of the eye is. So I'm just going like this, and I'm just creating this sort of little wing. I'm just I'm drawing it a little bit up towards my eye, the end of my eyebrow. And I'm just doing like that. Now I'm going to do the other side and try to make them look the same. That's the hard part. So again, going in just into my lashes. And I always join the inner corner to the lashes. As I said before, my face is not symmetrical. So one side looks different than the other, symmetry wise. So I have to be careful when I'm drawing. So when I'm looking at this in the mirror, this one to me looks lower than this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fingernail and I'm just going to go underneath like that. And I'm gonna pull it up a little bit. And then I'll go back, oops, sorry, I'll go back in and I'll kind of draw this up a little bit higher in the corner. Now I've got a lot of loose, soft skin here, so I'm going just little steps at a time. And now this one has to come out just a little bit more. This is usually what takes me the longest, is to get my eyeliner correct. So there, just like that. Eyeliner, mascara, this is one of my favorites. This is MAC Extended Play. This is a great mascara, especially for everyday, because it's not heavy, it's not thick, but it lasts a really long time. And it's amazing on the lower lashes. It's a skinny little wand. So I'm just blinking onto the wand to get it, coat all my lashes. It's hard to talk and do mascara, but I will do my best, because nobody wants dead air. And I really wanted to do this in real time so that I could show you how long it actually takes for me to do my makeup. Oh, see if I can make a mess, because I sometimes make a mess when I do my mascara. I hope I don't this time. My lower lashes are few and far between. And now this side. It's all I can do to not, I'm so used to recording and then stopping and then recording and then stopping. So like it's all I can do to not just go pause and start over and then start up again. But I don't want to do that. I really wanted to do it this way today, just so that it's hot, so that, I'd like to kind of understand how long it takes me to. I usually kind of know, but I wrote the time down when I started getting ready, like when I got in the shower, so I can give you guys like an accurate time frame. That's that. Now for the lip, I have been loving this Sigma Beauty lip oil that I got. They sent this to me. I've been loving this with, I have the wrong lip liner here. Let me find the right one. There's the one I need. This is Anywhere Caffeine from Makeup Forever. And so I overline a little bit on the top because I have a small upper lip. So I'm going above the line, and because the way my mouth is shaped, one side is more straight down and one side is more round, I kind of have to use my lip liner to shape it. So on the top, I've gone over a little bit, and then on the bottom, I go all the way underneath here in the middle, and then into the corner and straight on this side. This side I go into the corner, this side I go straight, and then I fill in a little bit with a lip liner. And then I'll kind of take it down like that. And again, looking at far away. And then, shoot, I just wrote on myself. And the lip, this is like a lip oil gloss. It's beautiful. It's nice and thick, really pigmented. So pretty. Perfect for every day. I am going to do a little bit of powder. This is the Vive powder. This powder came to me, I've gotten this twice now, came to me and it's been in pieces. So the second time I got it and it was in pieces, I put it back together and I didn't do a really good job, but I did a good enough job. This is a beautiful powder. So I take a little bit on this powder puff and it comes off a lot, but I like to press it into my hand because it's too much powder. Like I don't want a ton. I just want enough to sort of take away the shiny where I don't want to be shiny. I think I'm going to do a little bit of concealer too. I will use, this is one of my favorite concealers. This is the Tower 28. It's very, very like emollient. So I just put a little wee bit right here and a little wee bit right here. And then for this, I also use my fingers. So I take my ring fingers, making sure they're clean. And I'm tapping, but I'm going in an upward motion here. So what that'll do is it'll create a little bit of brightness, but going up. So then there's the illusion that your face is more lifted. It just draws the eyes up. Do-do. There. Do I need a little bit more blush? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit more blush. Just right there. Just a little. And we'll just blend that. There, just that little bit more. Alrighty. Okay. So that is me done. I really hope that you stayed for the whole video. And if you did, maybe like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. And if you didn't, you won't hear me, so it won't matter. I hope you all have a great day, and let's talk soon. See ya.